well, late again. Oh well. I'm an insanely punctual person, but when it comes to these lives, I, for some reason, can't ever be on time. It's kind of annoying. But you know what? That's okay. Worse things have happened. Another Zayd Wolf song, Dangerous. Modern Alchemy by Zayd Wolf. I'm gonna let this play while I get myself situated. Guys, welcome back in. It's another Fireside Friday. So, admittedly, this is probably going to be pretty short. As you see, I'm not like sporty spice today. I actually have like big girl clothes on and not like a sports t-shirt of some kind. I have plans. It's Friday. What are you going to do? Got a birthday celebration I'm going to go to for two of my very dear friends. So, yeah, that's what that is. All right. Again, that was Zayd Wolf, you guys. Awesome, awesome artist. Do yourself a favor. Go purchase his music. It's super fun, super inspirational. It gets you pumped. Workouts, everything. Okay, so Arsenal. Do I say your name with a silent J as in jogging? So is it Johan or is it Johan? Just to be precise, because I want to make sure I got that right. So who else we got here? We got Michael. Hi, how you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, Fireside Friday. Hi, Tyler, how you doing? Welcome. Thank you for being so excited about Fireside Friday. And yeah, here we go. Probably can't read this either. I'm still messing around with these slides to see, you know, what you guys can read and can't read, but I'll read it for you. So what this says is Fireside Friday. We're going to touch a little bit about the preseason. I mean, it's preseason. There's only so much you can take away from week one of barf, but hey, that's right. So again, if you guys are just joining me for the very first time, my name is Lauren Carpenter, also known as Stepmom Lauren, and I am a writer for The Fantasy Footballers. You can find them at thefantasyfootballers.com. They've got tons of great articles. A lot of them are from me. Most of them are from my other colleagues, also excellent writers. You can get all sorts of information there for preseason, for your drafts, Dynasty, IDP, all sorts of stuff. You guys go and check them out. They have an excellent podcast. They always make me laugh. I've been fans of theirs for years and years and years, and I'm lucky enough now to be one of their writers for fantasy football. Yeah, I know. At least, again, I know, Michael, at least football's back. I get it. But, like, there's only so much excitement I can keep going past the first series when, you know, at least a handful of starters are available. So, I mean, there are some takeaways we can, you know, glean from yesterday's games. We also have 2 more games on tonight. I think we have some games Saturday, too. And, again, we have, like, 5 more weeks of preseason. So, you know, we still got a lot more to go. But, yeah, let's just kind of touch on some interesting stuff that we come about. And I don't really have that much, so by all means, guys, shoot me questions. I'm all good. So, Tyler, your 12-team power rankings are being released tonight. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about the Scott Fish Bowl. Yeah, my first pick off the board was Melvin Gordon. And if the preseason has anything to say about how the Chargers and the Chargers audience and, you know, the management feels about Melvin Gordon, I don't even know if they had him in any pictures, any promotional material at all. So, I'm pretty sure Melvin Gordon is shooting himself in the foot right now, which sucks for us Melvin Gordon owners. What do we do now? Who knows? Come back, Fireside Friday. Tell everybody what's going on. There we go. I know. Well, it's actually warm in here. It's warm in Florida. In fact, I think the real feel today is almost 100. It's disgusting. My hair, I don't even bother doing my hair because it's either raining or it's humid enough outside to practically be walking through or like a fish pond. It's terrible. So, yeah, I wouldn't draft Gordon this year. Especially if you've been burned from Le'Veon Bell from last year. I totally feel you. You have other better choices besides Melvin Gordon. I would stay away from it. If that's what you want to do it, for real. And yeah, Eckler has moved up the board substantially, and I think he's probably going to keep moving up the board as long as this holdout continues. So that's just going to be up to you whether or not you want to spend some high draft capital on it. You can still wait on Justin Jackson. Don't forget, Austin Eckler did fumble at the goal line, and then Justin Jackson was the one that ran it in. So if preseason is anything to take away, which it's really not, who knows? Maybe Justin Jackson's going to get more involved. Yeah, and again, so I am, sorry, hold on, I gotta get real close here. I am the Hyperion. Nice, 94. You're targeting Justin Jackson. Not a bad move. He's cheap. You can get him late. So, yeah, I mean, he can be. I like Austin Eckler, too, and he has standalone value, even if Melvin Gordon comes back. So it just depends on what your preferences are, what you want your roster to look like. Either way, I think you're going to be good banking on not going after Melvin Gordon, which is what I'm personally going to do. So I'll leave it up to you guys, but that's just my takeaway from it. As being a Melvin Gordon over myself, I'm about ready to vomit in my mouth dealing with this whole situation with him and Zeke, which it hasn't gone anywhere. Like, we haven't heard any news. Kind of sucks. But, so yeah, Gordon to the Chiefs. That'd be kind of interesting, but, they're all about Damian Williams, and then Andy Reid came out today, and he's like, oh, yeah, running back by committee. Okay. I mean, is Carlos Hyde really getting that much hype? I don't know. And it's Andy Reid. I mean, what can you do? But who knows? I would really love to see Melvin Gordon to the Buccaneers, but that's not going to happen because they don't have the cap space. But, who knows? And now the Texans are off the board because they just got Duke Johnson, which is totally interesting. Adam Rank has some spicy takes on that. He really thinks that Duke Johnson could be the second leading receiver on that squad because Deshaun Watson really hasn't had anybody in the running back position, I should clarify, that's going to be able to catch the ball. You have Damian as an 18th round keeper. That's good. Yeah, keep him. Why not? It depends on who else you're gonna deal with. But Duke Johnson's moving up my board a little bit too, so that's something to keep an eye on with his trade to the Texans. And yeah, they are on the Peyton Barber Rojo train. We'll see. I have no faith in either of those guys, but hopefully I'm wrong. Again, I'm a show me girl. I'm from Missouri. That's my motto. So I haven't seen anything from them that makes me excited. As far as I'm concerned, they don't have a backfield. And would I still target Moncrief if I get Juju Smith-Schuster? No, I wouldn't. Too many pieces. If you're going to stack players on a single team, I wouldn't have it from the same position. So you're just competing against yourself in that situation. Unless you're not planning on starting Moncrief and you're just holding on to him in case Juju gets hurt or something, which is kind of odd. But if you're going to stack players, don't do it from the same position. Don't do it from a pass catching role. Do quarterback, wide receiver, or do running back, wide receiver, or even running back, tight end, quarterback, tight end, things of that nature if you're going to stack. So, there's that. But let me just go through a few things that stood out to me. Who here is now in love, even more so, with David Montgomery, the Bears? Really? Because it's not just hype. It seems like the eyeball tests are really paying off. It seems like he did really, really well. That's just been all over the place. Yeah, Michael, you're in love with him. I love it. Yes. Flea Flicker. I know. It seems like that's a real thing. And Andy Holloway said this too in the most recent podcast. Preseason isn't really about stats. I don't look at stats either because it's who cares? I want this to be my eyeball test. I want to see what these guys do. Speaking of eyeball test, I was supremely disappointed in Kenyon Drake, but I don't want to talk about it because it's only week 1. Who knows? But Kalen Ballage did look like he was the more productive back in that offense, but we'll see. Again, these aren't starters that we're talking about who are on the offensive lines. Maybe a few of them are. So it's still so early. We'll see what happens with these guys. Just, kind of storylines to keep an eye on. And let's see, Johan. Didn't we have the hype with Freeman, Denver last year, and then they went with Lindsey? Exactly. So we really don't know what's going on. But see, the difference here, then I'm assuming you're talking about the David Montgomery situation with the Bears. If I'm not, sorry about that. But David Montgomery is actually fulfilling a role that has been vacated. So with Jordan Howard now with the Eagles, that leaves a gaping hole that someone has to fill. And David Montgomery is expected to fill that role. And it looks like he did a pretty good job doing it so far that we've seen in preseason 1. So that's where I kind of see a big difference. Not so much coming in, like a Philip Lindsay character coming in and sniping everything away from Royce Lindsay. We just combine him and just call him Royce Lindsay. Why not? That'd be kind of cool because they are expected to be a running back by committee. But someone else did ask me on a Twitter question too. I'm going to jump ahead for a minute. What I think about the whole idea with, Philip Lindsay not looking as good. Again, he's still hurt, guys. I mean, we kind of knew this was coming. And then Royce Freeman getting a lot more work than he did last year. This was supposed to happen last year. we're a year behind now. We've got different management going on in Denver. You know, the explosion that was Phillip Lindsay was a crazy unicorn that happened there, which I loved because I love Phillip Lindsay, but he is a bust candidate of mine this year because of that, because there's new management. They spent a 3rd round draft pick on Royce Freeman, which some people buy into, some people don't, but they are going to use him, and I think they're going to use him in a split backfield. So whereas that may kind of suck for Phillip Lindsay owners or, you know, Phillip Lindsay truthers, it's also really good for Royce Freeman too. So I don't think they're going to be taking away, you know, too much from Phillip Lindsay, but I think they're going to scale him back a little bit just with his injury concern, and Royce Freeman has been getting all of those reps with Joe Flacco. So, you know, we'll see how that goes, but yeah, they're going to keep giving Freeman the chance for sure. I agree. And that's one of the reasons I have stock up on Royce Freeman this year, and stock down on Phillip Lindsay. I don't hate either of them, nor am I massively in love with either of them, but I wouldn't shy away from them if I had to have them on my team. I really want a piece of those, either one of those running backs if I could. Ideally, I would take Royce Freeman over Phillip Lindsay, but we'll see how the rest of the preseason plays out. Yeah, I do have black eyes. No, I'm not going to marry you. I'm very happily married. See? Yeah, very happily married. No second husbands. Sorry guys, I'm off the market. I'm here for fantasy football. I appreciate it. It's very flattering, but sorry, no dice. My bad. Better luck next time to you. Try downloading Tinder. I hear there's a lot of able and willing females on that app, but I'm not on it, so I wouldn't know. So yes, I did see Preston Williams ball out. Okay, so here's the thing. If you're in a dynasty or in a legacy type of format, go and pick him up now if you can while he's still cheap before he keeps balling out in preseason. Go ahead and do that. I have no problem with you guys picking him up because it looks like if it's not going to be this year or next year, he will develop into something big. So get him now while he's super cheap. So anyway, let's go back to just some, you know, big things that popped into my mind. And actually, Tyler, now that you bring up Daniel Jones, that is actually in my notes. Wow. I was one of those people that was like, Daniel who? With your 1st round draft pick? Garbage. But you know what? Wow. I think he made Eli Manning look even more dumb, if that's possible. Sorry, Eli lovers. Sorry, Eli Manning. I know you're not really watching this, so I don't know why I'm apologizing to you. But yeah, wow. I think Daniel Jones looked pretty electric. So if he keeps balling out in preseason, I am interested to see what this New York Giants fan base is going to have to say about Eli Manning and Daniel Jones, especially if Eli Manning starts to struggle. But the problem with that is the Giants offense is just disgusting. It's gross. And I'm sorry, Giants fans, again, I'm going to be repeating myself here when I say that. But, I mean, your wide receiver, too, who's starting is Cody Latimer. Yeah. And really, it's going to be really hard for this Giants offense to do anything. So do they go ahead and roll with their rookie rookie quarterback and just kind of make do? Or do they go back and rely on Eli Manning to create some kind of chemistry and then continue to develop and foster Daniel Jones? So I know it's not Cody. I think it is Cody. I think it is. I think it is. Evan Silva, I think, was the one who said that. So you can, if I'm wrong, tweet me. And guys, these disappear pretty quick. So if I missed your question, just throw it right back on out there. And no, I don't work in Greenpeace. Sorry, I don't. Nope. I own my own business though, but not in Greenpeace. And then, yeah, the Lindsay and Freeman. Okay, so I just brought this up, Blaze, but Lindsay and Freeman, I think that's going to be a split backfield, and I'm not surprised by that. So I don't think that Lindsay's going to have his crazy ball out year. He's also my bust candidate. You guys can find that on thefantasyfootballers.com. You can also find that article on my website, stepmomlauren.com. It's my 3 potential bust candidates for 2019, and Phillip Lindsay is one of them. Not that I'm saying he's going to suck, but he's not going to do as well as he did last year. So let's see. Devin Singletary. That one was another one that really, really liked. Kyler Murray worth looking at in 2 QB league. Yes. I love Kyler Murray. He's definitely worth looking at. Temper your expectations. He's not going to be Pat Mahomes 2.0, but he is going to have to be dumping the ball off quite a bit. So it depends on how your league scores. I do like Kyler Murray a lot, but make sure you get him at a good value and don't reach for him if you can prevent that. I know, Singletary season. I was excited to see him. I didn't see as much of him as I would have wanted because I had like 3 TVs going with all the different games on, and I haven't gotten a chance to go back and like watch them yet. So from what I've read and the little that I did see, Devin Singletary looks like he's going to be someone incredibly interesting in PPR formats. Again, he's going super late too. Let me see if I can pull that up. Fantasy football calculator. Let's see where Devin Singletary is going. I'm sure I would wager a guess it's late, but if he keeps doing really well in preseason, that could bump up. If you're talking about Devin Singletary, lanky, not so smooth, great name. You know I love you. We're talking about Devin Singletary, one of the many running backs for the Buffalo Bills. So I'm going to Fantasy Football Calculator to check his ADP. So what about you guys? Did you have any storylines that like popped out at you from preseason? Yeah, besides the fact that Baker Mayfield went his up-tempo, no-huddle offense like he did in Oklahoma, and he looked muy bueno. Like, he looked super comfortable doing that, even though he didn't have OBJ and he didn't have Jarvis Landry out there in the field. Hey, what's up, Texas? How you doing? Texas is a beautiful state. My brother-in-law lives there, and two of my very good friends are from there. Beautiful, beautiful state. Greatest soccer fields I've ever played on in my life were in Texas. In Idaho, actually. Oddly enough. Yes, I love Baker too. Who doesn't love Baker? But he did a really good job in this offense. This is going to kind of give us an idea of what Freddie Kitchens and Todd Monken are going to be thinking and scheming and experimenting with this preseason and how they're going to roll that into 2019. I really like it. Myers from New England, I liked him too. I especially liked N'Keal Harry. There were a lot of interesting names that popped out in that Patriots game. But again, guys, this is against the Lions. I love my husband dearly. He is a Lions fan. Therefore, I am a adopted Lions fan, or I have adopted the Lions, if you will. But let's be honest, it's the Lions. So I want to see how those players develop as we continue in preseason. That's something I'm going to be keeping my eye on. And Chubb looked good. Chubb always looks good. Chubb's amazing. I love him. And I especially love him now that Duke Johnson is gone. I don't worry about Kareem Hunt. That's another question that popped up too. I'm not worried about Kareem Hunt. If Chubb is doing well, I'm not worried. They may give him a water break, so they're going to get Kareem Hunt involved a little, but I don't think it's going to be like, bye Nick Chubb, bench warming time, welcome in Kareem Hunt. I mean, whatever. They may split his carries. Be prepared for something like that happening as a worst case scenario when you guys are constructing your rosters and when you're drafting. When you're picking up waiver claims and things of that nature, be prepared for it, but I don't think that's going to happen. It doesn't seem likely for me. The Browns are a little bit smarter than that, than to force something that doesn't need to be forced. They want to win, and I think that's what they're going to try to do. Sleeper watch tonight, Deontay Johnson for the Steelers. Okay, this has been an interesting bone of contention that I've gotten into a few times in Twitter. I really like Deontay Johnson, for sure. There is no doubt about that. I think he's incredibly explosive and very, very talented. The thing with the Steelers is that in the past 12 years, they don't usually rely on their rookies. They will get them involved, but not in a way that's going to make them fantasy productive unless you're in super duper deep leagues. Mike Wright from the Fantasy Footballers actually came to my rescue on a tweet chain that I had going, and he brought all the stats all the way back up way early. They just don't do it. Even as explosive and good as Juju Smith-Schuster is, he didn't really ball out that much his rookie year because they just don't use them that way. They develop them in the offense. They get them comfortable, and then their sophomore year is when they break out. So if you're in a deep league or if you're in Dynasty and you don't have him already, Deontay Johnson is an excellent look. But 2019, I do not think is going to be his year unless they break the mold of classic Steelers football and they, for some reason, rely on him when they've got Juju Smith-Schuster, Dante Moncrief, James Washington, and Vance McDonald. Way better, more talent around him to make him better for 2020, if that makes any sense. So keep your eye on him, yes, but don't overhype him and get all excited and then be all mad when he doesn't do anything. So these are going by pretty fast, guys, so I'm sorry if I skip them again. Just re-up it. So, okay, Darnell Anderson of Gurley's knee is a problem. They also brought back Malcolm Brown, and they have Darrell Henderson. So if you're talking about Darnell Henderson or Darrell Anderson, that's that. So sure, go ahead, go for him if that, floats your boat. Thoughts on Jacoby Myers? Again, good dynasty look for sure. Keep your eyeballs on those guys. And did I see the AB sleeper notice about his frostbitten feet because he's an idiot and didn't wear the proper footwear into a frozen cryogenic lab or whatever the hell it was that he was doing? Come on, dude. Use your brain. And then, sorry, something about the Browns and just disappeared. Do I like Avril Lavigne? When I was in 7th grade, sure, she was cool. AB will not play football unless he has his old helmet. Why am I not surprised? That doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Does he have to have his teddy bear and his binky from when he was 3? Whatever. Go figure. Yeah. All right. And then we have it's the headline that he won't play football again. It's AB. The man's middle name is Diva. who knows? But something to keep an eye on. I haven't heard any of that. Probably because I've been super busy all day and haven't checked my sleeper app, but who knows? Greg Olsen, a sleeper. Yeah, shockingly enough, he is kind of a sleeper. He's not getting drafted in mock drafts. I've been taken off the board. Don't be super surprised if he doesn't do much for you. There are other tight ends that are deep that you can pick up besides Greg Olsen. A big name. I actually just came out with an article that was published today. I still need to put that on my website. Forgot to do that. But it's on the fantasyfootballers.com, and it's 3 super late tight ends you can get in the 13th round. Another one I love, Mark Andrews. That guy is going to be a beast. He's been compared to Zach Ertz and George Kittle, and this should be his breakout year. He's with the Baltimore Ravens. So, Mason Rudolph or Kyle Rudolph? Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, also not really getting drafted that often, shockingly enough. Mason Rudolph is one of the backups for Big Ben, so I don't think he's going to play this year. Just spoiler alert. Yes, Mark Andrews, love. Tyler Eifert's a sleeper as well. These guys, go for them in super deep leagues. I'm scared of Tyler Eifert and his injury history. I know I hate saying that, but it's true. And Jesse James, yeah, honey, that's my husband. Hi, babe. Jesse James can be good. He has to be better at pass protection, and he did play very well in the Lions game against the Patriots, which I was pretty surprised to see. Everybody loves the Outlaw. I really hope and wish the best for Jesse James. If nothing else, I love to say his name. It's great. And he is a stud. I'm hoping you mean Jesse James. And my husband, because my husband's a stud too. Love you, babe. Yes, Eifert is a big gamble. I completely agree. I am the Hyperion. I'm 100% on you. I had Tyler Eifert in 2 of my, actually 1 league in 2 seasons. I won, and then I got 2nd place. So I have a lot of love for Tyler Eifert, loyalty for him, but he's too much of a risk for me personally. So I completely get it. So I already brought up the Kenyon Drake, Kalen Ballage, kind of the, who's in the running, between those two. Again, it's early in preseason, so we're not really quite sure what's going to happen there. Let's see, did I miss anything? Oh, here's a huge surprise, guys. The Redskins looked terrible. Breaking news. I think we all knew that was going to happen. Dwayne Haskins looked like he's not ready to be a starter. Yeah. So Devontae Freeman, ADP 3.2 on Sleeper, buying or selling? I'm buying. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. It also depends if you have a specific strategy. If you're going late and you want to do a 0 wide receiver or 0 RB strategy, a hybrid one, go stud wide receiver, and then pick up Devonta Freeman. I don't have any problem with that at all. Just depends on who you're targeting. But yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I think this is going to be a good year for him. His injury is a concern, but that's why he's dropped all the way down to the 3rd round. I think his risk is built into where he is in ADP. Chris Thompson definitely could be a dart throw. Let's see, Chris Moe, 24-13. Yeah, he could be a dart throw. That just bothers me. That whole offense bothers me. Too many people. I think he's further down that pecking order than I would like to see. I think there are better names out there. And Tyler, yeah, I love the 0 RB, but only from a specific place. If you're, picking right in the middle or at the end, at anywhere between the 6th and 12, if you're in a 12-team league, then the 0 RB would work well because you can get some really good value. It's actually on my last video. You can get some really good value at the running back position, especially if you're in PPR formats, like Latavius Murray, who's okay in PPR, but he's still good. James White's in there, Kenyon Drake's in there available. It's pretty awesome what you can do, but it has to be from the right spot. And can I go a couple seconds without flicking my hair? You don't have to watch, but I've got hair that's about, I don't know, I want to say, yeah, probably about 3 feet long. And what happens is it gets stuck in my earrings or in my armpits or in the chair. So when I flick my hair like this, it's because literally it's about to be pulled out of my head or it's stuck on my earring. So I will try very hard not to play with my hair, but you can just turn your phone around and just, you don't have to look, you can listen. That's fine with me too, because if it comes to me being uncomfortable, I'm going to do what I want to make sure that my hair is okay. At least just out of my face or not, stuck in my armpit or wrapped around my hair. Sorry about you. So let's see. Anything else that kind of stood out? I mean, Kyler Murray looked great. I mean, he's the guy of the future, so that should be pretty cool. So let's see. Big facts. Boom. Yeah, cool. You guys are having a great conversation with yourselves. So you guys feel free to ask me questions. Totally fine with me. I'm going to have some questions out here. The first one made me laugh quite a bit from Spartan Hout. So at CLE_Spartans, he's a funny one. So he asked how many, or whether or not I do bicep curls before each Periscope. No, I don't. And I'm not sure if you're saying that I look like I'm built or I look fat. So I'm going to go with the first one and just say that I look, not like skinny, but guys, I'm not like ripped. Have you seen American Ninja Warrior? Those girls are ripped. So no, I don't do any kind of bicep curls. I do normal stuff. Like I walk, do some push-ups, maybe some sit-ups, you know, things, try to keep my physique. Other than that, no, I don't like lift weights, and I'm not like a scary human being in real life. I don't know why it looks like that, but it's cool. So keep Carry On in the 6th or Lockett in the 14th. Wow. Is it either or? Can you do both? Oh, man. I really like Lockett again because only ones behind him are going to be David Moore and DK Metcalf. And I think Lockett's going to have a good year, but this is supposed to be a good year for Carry On Johnson too. Okay, just one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, it depends on how many running backs and wide receivers you're going to have on your squad and what you're starting. If you have a 3 wide receiver slot, I would say keep Tyler Lockett. I'm probably going to come to regret that. Ask me again. Find me on Twitter, tweet me, ask me again. Let me look into that a little bit further so I don't just pull something out of my butt and make something up. But I like both of them, so that's a really hard one. So let me do some research on that before I immediately answer your question. So also my buddy DMIC Media, great guy. Okay, yeah, that's and a flex. Keep Carry On. I changed my mind. Keep Carry On. I like him. He's also going higher in the drafts, and you still can have a chance to pick up Tyler Lockett too. So keep Carry On. Let's see. Why do we in the fantasy football community never learn about tempering our preseason average draft position inflation? What do you guys think? I don't inflate players in the preseason. I usually just laugh at preseason. Do you guys blow up players based on preseason? I don't know. It's not really my thing, but I mean, I guess a lot of people do. And I think the big thing is the eyeball test, because we want to see with our eyeballs that stats really can't show us. And sometimes that comes with just watching preseason. But there's also a lot of factors in preseason that are kind of meh. So it only happens in Dynasty. That could be it. I mean, I don't play Dynasty, so definitely a possibility. So that's what I got for you, DMIC Media. I'm glad you love fake pigskin. It's my favorite place. My OG home. And then, yeah, okay, so Brady, you've been leading Carry On Johnson. It's a hard choice. I agree. Go with Carry On. I hate saying that because I love Tyler Lockett too, but I think Carry On might be your better choice. And is that a real fire behind me? No. No, it's not. I live in Florida. We don't even know what chimneys are here or real fireplaces. There's no need. It's too hot. It's like hell here in Florida. So that's fake. It is a glass electric fireplace. I can actually change the look to it. I can make it brighter. I can make it dimmer. It's pretty fun. Carry on. Carry on, our wayward son. Love it. All right. And then Randall Galindo, that's Commando Randall. He asks, are us Nick Chubb truthers lying to ourselves that Kareem Hunt won't be a factor when he gets back from suspension? He wants to believe, but cognitive dissonance can be the worst. I am not worried. If we're going to be in denial together, let's do it. I'm totally okay with that. I am not that worried. Again, prepare for it as a just in case, but I'm not worried that it's going to happen. If the Browns are like losing and they suck really bad and so does Nick Chubb, then yeah, we're going to see a lot of Kareem Hunt. But if he's doing well and the Browns are winning and they have this forward momentum that they want to carry on to get them, carry on, keeps popping up everywhere. So carry on, go with Carry On, Brady. It's been decided just by Freud. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all. So I like Nick Chubb. I say take him. Don't worry about Kareem Hunt. If it is, we can cry together. We can have our own cry about Nick Chubb party. I'll send the beer. It'll be fine. And did I see the AB news? Besides the fact that he's not playing football again, because I think we covered that before. There's always AB news. Be more specific. And ain't got no worries. Yeah, me neither. Life is good. I mean, we're talking football. How can life not be good? The regular season is right around the corner. This is so exciting. So let's see. Tyler Dillon, Dalvin Cook, Fournette, Mixon, rank them. Cook, Mixon, Fournette. Yes, I like Dalvin Cook. I like-ish Fournette, although I worried he's going to get lost in DiFilippo's offense. As long as he can stay healthy and be a pass catcher, he may be more involved. And I don't like Mixon as a person, so I don't ever draft him. Plus, his offensive line is like Swiss cheese. So I don't really like that either. And A.J. Green is hurt. So they're going to be relying on the run and on Tyler Boyd. And they're going to just stack boxes and then double coverage Tyler Boyd, and the Bengals are going to suck yet again this year. Sorry, Bengals. I hate to say that because I love my Tyler Eifert. Well, that's sad. I don't know if the Browns are a cancerous organization. Dorsey seems to be pretty smart, but, you know, you do you. You have your own opinions. We're all entitled to them. All right, let's see. Nate Ficken. Okay, and guys, I need you to help me out here too. So I do have an opinion on this, but I want you guys to help out Nate. He's at Ficken Nate. That's FICKENNATE. Help him out here, guys. So he has a question about a Superflex Dynasty. So what's the best option for the third tight end in a tight end premium Superflex Dynasty League startup? Should he go with Swaim, Watson, Everett, Waring, Disley, or Knox? And that is a tough one. So I'll say him again. Swaim, Watson, Everett, Waring, Disley, or Knox. I like Disley out of here. I don't know what's going on with Ben Watson. I have no idea. Yeah, I think he's suspended. So, meh. Jeff Swaim has potential in the Jags offense only because DiFilippo kind of likes to use that high and tight role. Nick Foles, I should say, likes to target those inside tight ends, but he's not really known as being super productive. So he's one to keep in the back of your head. But for this one, I'm going to go with Disley. I do like Disley, but you guys chime in. You know, let Nate know who you guys think he should take. Again, it's Swaim, Watson, Everett, Waring, Disley, or Knox. And Mark Drumheller from Sports Outliers, he wanted to know about the Royce Freeman outshining Philip Lindsay. Not surprised by it. You know, we kind of saw this coming. I'm just afraid that's going to be a split backfield moving forward. I think Royce Freeman's finally going to get more work, and I think Philip Lindsay is going to be stocked down for me. So, let's see. We've been going for actually a little bit longer than I thought we would. I'll take a few more questions and then I'll let you guys go and enjoy your Friday. I'm going to put this video up on YouTube so you guys can go back and watch it. And other than that, you can follow me. Please do, because I love followers. You can follow me on Twitter at StepMomLauren. You can find me on Facebook, Facebook.com/StepMomLauren. In fantasy, Matt Ryan or Baker Mayfield. Been seriously debating which one to keep. Baker Mayfield. I would keep Baker Mayfield over Matt Ryan, but it's by a hair. You can't really go wrong with either. I lean Baker Mayfield. Duke over Lindsay, that is definitely a possibility, especially with his shot in the Texans. I do not mind taking that at all because Deshaun Watson should be leaning on him to help him out since their offensive line is terrible. Let's see. Love the fireplace. Thank you very much. Hi and yes. And Pierre, 1614, he joined. All right. Peace out. Fireside. Boop, boop. Thanks for joining, Tyler. Always appreciate it. I know you're late to the party. That's okay. And we did talk about Devin Singletary. I do like him a lot. It looks like he's going to be a stud in the PPR game. So keep your eyeballs on him if you're in a PPR that's half or full. He's going to be pretty good. So just stopping to say hi. Hi, 2-on-1 Fantasy. I like how you always like my tweets. It always makes me feel good inside. Thanks, guys. So yeah, find me on Facebook, Facebook.com/StepMomLauren. Find me on YouTube, guys. So go to YouTube and search Stepmom Lauren. I'm at like 70 or so subscribers. I need 100 to get my own URL and feel really cool. So find me on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube page. I'm going to be putting out these videos every Wednesday and every Friday. And hopefully sometime soon, I may be starting a Patreon account. So I may be doing a weekly, either podcast or video that is only available to people who subscribe to my Patreon page. Haven't decided how much that is going to cost you guys yet. I'm kind of leaning anywhere like around $3 a month or something. But the cool thing about that is the more people that we get involved and the more, we have paying subscribers per month, the more that I can offer you guys. So I want to start low because I know you guys are paying money for other stuff for fantasy football and I don't want you to feel like you have to spend gobs and gobs of money. And it's just going to be like a weekly podcast or video that's only for you guys. So it has to do with your questions, your leagues, your starts and sits, nobody else's. And you guys are the only ones that have that if you're a member of my Patreon. Haven't started it yet, but as soon as I do, I will let you know. What's this? It's fantasy football. Fireside Friday. Again, guys, follow me. I love talking about fantasy football. And let's get ready for tonight's games and then Saturday's games. And then let me know what you think. Tweet me during the game. Let me know what you're thinking. And then Tyler, first one I turned to, just followed yesterday. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And then you'll be back for more. I appreciate it. I really do. I hope this is helpful for you guys. And if you guys have any recommendations or suggestions on things you want me to cover, especially during the regular season, let me know. I'm here for you guys. I want to help you guys win your leagues. I want to share as much knowledge and information as I can. I just came out with an article about tight ends, late tight ends in the 13th round. You can pick up if you feel like waiting on it. I've got another piece coming out later about wide receivers that you should be able to trust in 2019. So I'm going to be busting out some more content as we go. And that's it. So you guys enjoy your weekend. Again, as always, I'm going to sign off from the Fireside Chat by telling you to be safe. Have a wonderful weekend. And let's go football. It's almost here. I'm so excited. Okay, well, I can't wait. I got to go. I got a party to go to. And I got to drink more. That's what I'm doing. Liverpool? Nah, wrong football. All right, guys, enjoy yourselves. Behave. Be good. And as always, what's he say? Is it stay beautiful, San Diego or something? Anchorman? I can't remember what it is. Anyway, guys, have a good one. Join me next Wednesday for Wind Up Wednesday. And then again, next Friday will be Fireside Friday. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend.